Thank you. It's nice to talk to you too. Everything is going great. The sun is shining. The new Dimension F3H album is out. Can't be much better than that, right?
Sure. So, as you mentioned that the Dimension F3H new album is out, it's called This Mechanical World. But starting from the title, this album definitely has something to say. So, I let you speak about it.
Yeah, well, the title is kind of a little kick to where the world is going, so to speak, and to me, it kind of represents the way that humans as a species really is getting more and more dependent on machines and electronics and all that kind of stuff to survive. In a way, like people run around with their face in their phones all the time, and they don't really communicate anymore in a personal way, but only like through computers and chatting and that kind of stuff. Like you can enter a room with 20 people, and I'll bet you that 20 people is there with their face in the phone. And so it's a little bit of a pointer to see that we're kind of maybe not moving in the best direction, so to speak. So yeah, like we're getting more and more dependent on machines, and if people lose connection to the internet for a day, they're going completely crazy, and yeah. So it's kind of interesting to see how this kind of develops. So that's the reason why I chose that title.
You have previous releases, and the last one was Does the Pain Excite You? But comparing with the new album and the last album, is the sound different?
Yes. It's been a long time since we released Does the Pain Excite You? And naturally there has been some development, both in I guess you could say inspiration and yeah, people change over time, and I'm not a guy who likes to just repeat myself and do the same thing over and over again anyway. So this time I would say that the music is a lot more groovy and probably a bit more listener friendly than what it has been before. But yeah, I wanted to go for something simpler and potentially more impactful this time. That was not. I mean, it's still intricate in a way, but not to the same point as what it's been earlier. So I guess like more, yeah, like I said, more groove based. It's probably a more live centered album, if you could say that. But yeah, there are definitely changes. It's definitely a different sounding album, but that's kind of just the way that I make music, I guess.
You had the release show last week, so what response have you gotten from the crowd?
Actually, just on off the record thing, I'm not going to go into details about what really happened because I don't like to spew out stuff like that. But back on record, the response that we got was pretty good. We had some small technical difficulties, and it was a tough gig to do. But it seemed that in the end, people were really happy with it. I think we did if we should judge by the amount of merch that we sold, it was a great success, actually.
And that's the best, I think. Now, you are active in another band, which was founded around 2030, if I'm not wrong, Viper Solfa. You have released just a full length. You debuted with Carving an Icon. What
right.
news do we have about Viper Solfa? A new album very soon?
No, I wouldn't say very soon. Like the last album that I did took 8 years to complete, so we still have a bit of time to go. No, but in all seriousness, we're working on it. We have quite a lot of material that has been written for the next album. We still need to write a few more songs, maybe I would say 2-3 more songs, and get all that material developed and fine-tuned into a proper musical piece, I would say. So hopefully next year. That's what I'm hoping. I'm absolutely not guaranteeing it, but I'm hoping that we will be able to do a Viper album next year, or at least finish it by next year and probably releasing it then in 2018. That's it takes even from when the album is actually finished, it really takes a long time preparing, with release, press, printing, blah blah blah, all the shit like that. So even after the album is actually finished, it could take up to like half a year to get it out. So yeah, I would not hope for a 2017 release. A 2018 release is much more likely.
Yeah. Some fans knows you mostly being active with Limbonic art and being also an ex-member of Mayhem. But speaking first about Limbonic art, what were the reasons, if you can tell, that you have left Limbonic art?
That's what we talked about last time. That's still a question that I don't want to go into.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Then let's talk about Mayhem. How was that experience to be a guitar player into Mayhem?
That was really awesome. For the absolute most part of my time in Mayhem, there's always some strange things happening and some fuck ups here and there and whatnot. But all in all, I had almost 4 years where I played together with my favorite, or one of my favorite all-time black metal bands. The album that I was to for hours and hours and hours when I first got into the black metal scene, and everybody knows the Mysterium Satanas, of course, and just to experience playing with the guys from the band, that in itself is insane experience. And not to mention that really good guys. I really hanging out with those guys. I knew some of them, from earlier, but also I didn't know Necrobutcher until playing together, and he's a great guy. And I mean, they invited me to come, and I had my debut gig in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And that's that's the most insane thing ever. It's so cool. So, playing Freezing Moon for a completely crazy crowd in Brazil, and then going on to play pretty much the entire world together with Mayhem. That's just been totally awesome.
Yeah, seems a good experience to be into Mayhem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
What are the next plans about Dimension F3H? Are you planning to tour over Europe maybe for next year?
Right now we don't have any kind of specific plans, except that we will do whatever we can to play as much live as we can. Like from the start right now, we're gonna focus on promoting the album and getting stuff up and running. We changed label and we decided to start our own label. So we're kind of going at everything and learning everything as we go right now. So it's kind of a trial and error situation. We try something and then we'll see if it works. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, then okay, so we do something else, So we need to kind of work our way into a new world and bring in our contacts and then just see where it takes us. But in all essence, we're really psyched to actually have the new album out, and the more that we can present that live, the better it is. We have also changed the setup a little bit, because our drummer quit the band about half a year ago, and so we decided to just ditch the whole drummer thing, because we basically had problems with drummers throughout all our existence, with people quitting and blah blah blah, all that kind of crap. So we're in a new constellation now, where we're playing live without a drummer, and we need to kind of work that in properly to see, there are a lot of people that don't really accept metal bands without a drummer. They kind of did with Limbonic art for some reason. So I guess I have to work and see if I can convince people to listen to Dimension F3H without a drummer as well. One interesting thing though was we a few years ago, or actually more than 10 years ago now, we did a very successful concert with Dimension F3H, where we had to use programmed drums because our drummer quit only like 2 days before the concert. And that is actually one of the better Dimension F3H gigs that we did. We got great reviews from it. We had the audience like in our pockets. We had a really, really good time. So we're kind of working on getting that live feeling back, even if we have a computerized drummer, So we'll see. Things take a little time, but for sure we will be out there and playing live.
As far as I know, you own a guitar brand called Morfeus. Is that right?
Yes. That is correct. Morfeus guitars.
And how things are going with it?
It's a kind of, the brand name is there, but I'm not right at this moment. I'm not actively selling guitars because I've been first of all, I've been busy with a lot of other stuff lately, like finishing the Dimension F3H album. I recently got 2 beautiful kids that have been taking up a lot of time, and also I've been kind of working a lot in the background to finish up stuff, working with how to say it, work with getting things ready to start promoting it and to start selling it, and I'm very, very close these days. And now finally, with the new album out, I can actually get some time to spend working on the guitars again and do that. So that's one of my big plans for this last month of the year, to prepare as much as possible and build some new prototypes, and then hopefully I can kick off the Morfeus guitars brand properly very early. And then one interesting thing, talking about just to plug and advertise myself a little bit. I always play my own guitars live. And we were doing sound check on Saturday, and I was testing my backup guitar, which is a what should I say, high quality brand name guitar. I'm not gonna drop the brand of what it is, but it's a guitar that is widely accepted by metal people around the world. And a friend of mine came over to me and he said that guitar sounds really thin compared to your regular guitar. And I guess that's at least a little testament to the sound of Morfeus guitars.
Interesting. What do you consider to be one of the best achievements you did till now?
Well, say my 2 kids. I suppose we talk musically, and that would be releasing Moon in the Scorpio with Limbonic art, without a doubt. That's the album that still kind of stands the test of time. And it's also the reason why I have been able to continue doing this, doing music. And I don't know, but I would guess that if Moon in the Scorpio had failed completely, then I'm not sure that I would still have the interest to write music and do the things that I'm doing today. I would probably not have had a chance to travel as much as I have. And so I would say that Moon in the Scorpio is kind of the big door opener for me. And it's still an album that I'm very proud of. We did a lot of right choices and right things with that album.
When you aren't in the musical world, what do you like to do in your free time? Any other hobbies?
I don't really have that much time, you know, between the music and the guitar building and stuff like that. I do a bit of recording for you know, friends of mine that needs a demo or whatever they want to record. So I'm not really, I don't have a studio at the moment, like a full-blown studio, but I have, you know, enough gear that I can do decent recordings at my house. And if we need to, we just rent a studio to record drums or something like that. So that's something that I'm doing every now and then. I also like to do you know, photography, traveling, watching YouTube videos, all kinds of stuff, really. Way too much. You know, I wish every day should have like 48 hours and not only 24. That would be better.
To end this interview, would you like to send a message for all the supporters?
Well, I think that by now, through the interview, you know that Dimension F3H has a new album. So what you should do is go to our Facebook page and have a look and purchase the album. And we shall see you on tour as soon as fucking possible.
I hope to see you soon one day as well. I really like to see you performing.
I hope we can arrange that. That would be awesome.
Thanks a lot again for this interview. It was my pleasure, and cheers.
Cheers. Skål!